Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Altcoin Buzz Trading. Today we got Bitcoin chopping it up at some minor lows. This has been quite an exercise in chopping in lows and chopping in highs and chopping around those levels because all we've really seen is chop for the foreseeable past, going all the way back here to where we topped out in March, which is what's 8 minus 3, 5 months ago. So, been chopping for 5.5 months. It's been kind of garbage, kind of good, couple of good little trades in there, but really nothing amazing. Not yet. We're hoping to get those trades at some point in time. I think things will feel a lot better when we get up towards the 72 level. People say that's too late to buy. Well, I kind of disagree. There's a trend line break here that could come in a little bit lower if you wanted to, like the 69.7. Um, but but we'll see. So our high volume bottom is still our bottom. We haven't really come close to testing that yet. On the lower time frame, on the 2 hour here, high volume candle here. You got several other high volume candles actually, but the latest one is here as we try to get up a little bit of stalling to it, but not too bad. And we're still playing above these highs. So we could easily take this drop and come right back up. We'll see. I don't have another new active alert or anything like that. Still just a 61.861. I don't think there's anything majorly wrong with that. It could have moved it up there already, the 65, 160, 176, but I'd rather be alerted a little bit earlier. These alerts aren't, they can be buy points, but they're actually just levels of interest where you need to be looking at the charts, is really what they're for. So, broke the trend line, came back down, held the lows. Hopefully, we hold those in perpetuity, and then we can do some more stuff and then go up. And, we still have quite a bit of range here to play with, still some more time. If you remember, we were up here, we talked about there's more time to play with, and that's what we've been doing. The market's been using that time to consolidate. It actually gave itself more time with this drop over there. So BTC, I don't think we're dead in the water. It looks like we've stalled out to the downside with this candle yesterday. We've stalled out there, and we're trying to work our way back a little bit. So we'll see what the market says about that. The buyers are a little bit more in control, and we seem to be done stalling to the downside for the moment. So there you go. Solana yesterday took a little bit of a second leg lower right there. I guess a third leg if that was the first one. Second leg, third leg. Right now, kind of a low volume rise, but not too bad. It's still a cup and handle, though it really can't go any lower. It's pretty much exhausted all of its runway, and ideally we can hold these and just consolidate and move up out of this. This arguably same with maybe a lot of things, but since Solana is a leader, I think you only do this with the leaders. If you want to preemptively buy a bottom, do it with the very best of the best, and usually under really good circumstances. You don't want to randomly do it. But Solana, cup and handle, if you still believe in this market, 4% stop loss if you want it. And ideally, it never gets touched. If it does get touched, then this pattern's not going to work. And it is what it is. So if you don't want to take that stop loss at all, then don't take the trade and wait for the breakout up here by the 163 level. Probably should be 162.37. I'll adjust that at some point there. All right, next up is our hot tokens of the day. These are the top coins in the top 50. And I've chosen bullish today because I don't think the market's that bearish. Kaspa is number one. This one not doing too much. Keep in mind it has been choppy the past 24 36 hours, so we're not going to see any big movers out of this, and that's exactly what we're getting, not big movers. So Kaspa chopping sideways here, fortunately not going lower than this high volume candle there. We're just going sideways. Ideally we'll curl back up at some point. Kaspa's really had some pretty decent price action. It hasn't moved, but when it goes, it will go big. It's just the way that there's not a lot of selling pressure on this name. You look at this chart going back probably over a year now. Yeah, this is this is over a year. Holding up high like this, a price action getting tighter as a matter of fact, higher lows all the way around for the most part, and price action is narrowing. That is bullish. So don't sleep on Caspo. Whenever it goes, is probably whenever the market's going to go, and this will probably go pretty big. Next up is Shiba Swap. And I told you we're not going to get a lot going on here out of a low, slow, choppy day. And this chart is garbage, really not doing anything, going anywhere. It's just one of the top 50 coins. There's really, really not a lot. And it was at what, not even 4%. It was 2.8%. So really much ado about nothing today. That shows you how low and slow this market is, which is good considering the drop that we saw. It means we're not going to get another much deeper drop. That's what you'd like to see. So I know for a lot of people, this drop here felt worse, almost worse than this drop here. and they're not really of the same consequence. They're definitely not the same distance and percentage drop. So we're in a different spot. This is actually better if we can hold this and then chop around, then continue higher. We're in a good spot. Just in the last throes of whatever the consolidation you want to call this, the declining broadening wedge. And ideally, we'll move up from here, wherever here ends up being. And especially when we break out. We'll move up when we break out is what I'm trying to say. All right, guys, that's it for the best 5 minutes of your day here on Altcoin Buzz Trading. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.